welcome back to my channel. Today's video we are going to be reviewing a new drugstore foundation. I am actually so excited for this one. You guys have no idea. So this one is from NYX. This is the Pro Foundation palette. This one comes with 16 different foundation shades. If you guys have been watching my channel for a while, I used to love the Graftobian one. I don't know why I said I used to, because I still love it. I just honestly haven't used it. The Graftobian foundation palette is literally one of my favorite palettes, and now NYX came out with something totally the same. This is way more affordable than the Graftobian. The Graftobian I believe is like $80. This is $35. So let's get right into it. So really quick, I just want to show you guys these studs. How freaking cute are they? They just launched on my boutique. And also my shirt. It is this t-shirt that is super cute. It has these stripes, and then it has these leopard with some neon pink, and then of course the tie-dye. I'm obsessed with tie-dye. This is one of my favorite shirts from my boutique. But yeah, I just want to show you guys that. If you're interested in anything that I'm wearing, I will link it down below. But yeah, let's get into the NYX Pro Foundation palette. So 16 shades for $35. This is something really good if you are a makeup artist. It does have 16 shades, but you definitely will probably need more shades anyways, because 16 really is not that much if you are a makeup artist. But this is something really awesome to highlight, contour with. When we cream contour, we use a concealer or a darker foundation to contour, where this has it all in one, which I am so excited about. I originally started using the Graftobian after watching Carly Bible for so long. She's been obsessed with it. So yeah, I was so excited when I saw it. NYX came out with one. So this is what it looks like, 16 shades. So let's read a little bit about it. This is a foundation palette with cream shades in light, medium, and dark, a satin matte finish, ultra pigmented, lightweight, blendable formula, cruelty-free, vegan formula. It is a buttery texture. Each ultra pigmented yet lightweight hue was made of building coverage and blending with ease. In other words, a little goes a long way. You can use to contour or conceal. Take this palette to your next photo shoot and mix it with creams together to create a custom tone for every beauty. I'm so excited. So I am first going to be picking up some primer. This is from Dr. Brandt. This is Pores No More. This is one of my favorite primers. Alright, so I am so excited to try this out. So I think I'm first going to, I don't know, I'm pretty tan. So I'm going to pick up this shade right here. And I'm first going to, ooh, it's super creamy. I'm going to put a little right here just to see if it matches. And it's a little bit too dark, so I'm going to wipe that away. That is what's so awesome about this. You have so many different shades. I'm like talking about it like I already know it's amazing. I don't know why, but I just love like palettes like this. I think I'm going to then go in, I think I'm going to take this shade right here. Where is it? I'm going to pick up that shade right here. And we're just going to put it down here. Yeah, that's a perfect shade. So I'm going to be using a foundation brush, and I'm going to be picking this shade up right here. And I'm going to apply it everywhere. So it's really, really creamy. Looks like it will be a matte foundation. I'm going to start very lightly. Should I pick up a darker shade to contour at the same time, or do it after? Let's do it after, since this is a review. Let's see how it really looks as the foundation, and then we'll go into contour and highlight with it. I feel like it definitely dries a little bit quickly on the skin. So I'm just blending. So as I'm blending, not even kidding, it's blending exactly like my Graftobian one, my $80 one. It's blending exactly the same. I know it said a little goes a long way, but I feel like I need a little bit more coverage. I feel like the amount that I applied didn't cover everything. So I'm going to pick up a little bit more. And I'm just going to apply it on all the areas that need more coverage, because I like a full coverage face. Now I'm going to go ahead and blend it. Alright, so as I'm blending with this sponge, it's really picking up a lot of product. Like picking up a lot of product by my chin and my cheek. I'm going to go in with a little bit more just because I feel like it's picking it up. But honestly, I don't think I could use a brush with this foundation because it's a really thick consistency. Like it's definitely creamy, but as you're blending, there's no way I would actually enjoy blending this out with a brush, just the consistency of it. I'm going to pick up a little bit more. I don't know, I feel like my chin area, it's not staying there. I'm going to actually try to blend it with this brush instead of like a big foundation brush, because this brush is a little bit nicer to kind of pack it onto the skin, you know what I mean? I'm going to put a little bit more right here. Okay, so I'm definitely liking it a lot better with this type of brush where it's like it's just like a flat foundation brush. There's no way I could have used like a big like fluffy one. This is definitely staying on my face a lot better. The coverage is a lot nicer so far. So what I'm doing is I'm just taking it, I'm wiping it down, and then instead of using a beauty blender to blend it in, I'm using my brush and just pushing it in and blending it that way. I feel like I like it a lot better. I do feel like it's taking a little longer. I just feel like it needs so much more coverage on my forehead. It's like the sponge really lifted a lot of the product. Alright, so I'm going to be honest, my face looks really, really good. I did need to use a lot of product, I feel like, to achieve this look. It's really full coverage, it's definitely creamy. I wouldn't really say it's that lightweight, it definitely feels like I'm wearing makeup, but also I did have to apply a good amount to get this coverage. So I'm going to apply a little concealer underneath my eyes, but I will use the palette to highlight. I just really need like a real good concealer right now because your girl got some bags. I'm going to go ahead and blend that out really quick with a blender. Let's see how my concealer blends with this foundation. It's blending really, really nice with the foundation. Nothing's lifting, but I'm also trying to be very careful with the sponge and kind of really just keeping the tip on the concealer rather than the foundation, because I don't know, when I use this all over my face, I feel like it's lifting the foundation. Alright, so now let's highlight. So I think I'm going to use a lighter shade like right here, and I'm going to use that to highlight. I'm going to take a very, very little and just apply it, you know, underneath my eyes to really brighten up my face. Now, I don't know if I should blend it with my sponge because we know this product has kind of been lifting it. So I think I'm going to do one eye with my brush. And what I'm doing is I'm pushing it down. That really brightened up my under eyes, which I really like. But I really want to try this sponge again. I know I really shouldn't, but it's a review, right? We got to review it. We got to play around with it. I'm going to go ahead with my sponge and we're going to see how this blends. Yeah, it's starting to lift right here. Alright, so it definitely looks better with the brush. We have come to learn that. We're going to apply a little bit more now and just apply it to where it lifted. I will say I have a good amount of makeup on my face right now, after reapplying so many times. Oh no, I got it on my winged eyeliner. Oh no, we'll fix that. Now to contour. Let's take this shade right here and let's use a smaller foundation brush. And I'm just going to take the shade right underneath the foundation shade we used. Oh wow. Yeah, it's so thick. It's hard to like do circular motion with this. Although I really, really like this contour shade. I really just want to pick up my beauty blender and just start blending away, but I'm not going to do that again because we already know that we couldn't blend it. We're going to put a little on the jawline, you know, remove our double chin. I will say it's blending fairly nicely with the brush. I feel like when I wipe it this way, it's a little better. When I do circular motions, I don't know. This is no contour, and then this is contour. I just want to like blend a little bit more here, but it's really hard to. I know, don't be mad. I feel like I needed to blend it. Guys, I feel like I'm a hot mess over here. I can't say I'm really not trying for this palette. I'm really rooting for this palette, if you guys can tell. I really am rooting for it. I'm doing everything I can to make sure I like it. I just love how they have so many different shades, especially the contour. If anything, I would totally just keep this to contour and stuff. Look how nicely that blended. I bring it down. Now, I don't know how I'm going to blend it out though, because I normally use a sponge. And we learned that the sponge doesn't work well with this. So I think I'm just going to go in with my finger and blend it a little. This is like a perfect contour shade for me, I feel like. It is such a nice shade. Sometimes I use too much of a dark one. It's hard to blend. I have to. Alright, we can't use the sponge. That was it. That was the final time. I'm using the big fluffy brush and diffusing it. Alright, so this is what it looks like with no powder. We're going to go ahead and set it together. Our Mercier Translucent, the infamous powder. And I'm just going to start pushing underneath my eyes. I'm not really baking, I'm just pushing it into the skin. My face looks pretty good, not gonna lie. My face does look really, really nice. It's definitely, you know, you can definitely feel the makeup though. I'm gonna go ahead, finish the rest of my face, and I'll be right back with my final thoughts. Hello, I am back. Let's get into my final thoughts on the new NYX Pro Foundation Palette. Guys, I feel like we were like struggling a little applying this, but honestly, I love it. That's the whole point of a review, is kind of playing around with it, seeing what works well with it, how it performs with different type of tools. So I can really, really say this does not work well with a sponge, as much as I really tried to make it work with a sponge. You guys saw I tried like 3 different times. I was not just giving up after the first time. I really wanted to see. Me personally, I think it works really, really well with a flat foundation brush. I did try it with a small one when I contoured, and I feel like going in circular motions doesn't really work well with this foundation. I feel like more when you pat it into the skin, it looks very flawless. I feel like when I was using my sponge, it was really picking up the foundation rather than keeping it there and pushing it into the skin. So yeah, I feel like I played around with it for a good amount to give you guys a really good review. I'm gonna play with it even more, but me personally, I think it works really, really well with a flat foundation brush and you push it into the skin. And honestly, my face looks flawless. At first, when I was blending it in, I feel like I was looking a little cakey because I had to keep going in with more product and then trying to blend it out with a sponge, but I feel like that just wasn't working for me. Using that flat foundation brush worked so well because I was able to take a little product at a time and just push it into the skin, and that's really what worked best for me. The contouring, I am obsessed with it. I even like the highlighting. It gave me really, really good coverage. I just feel like I need my Tarte Shape Tape. I don't know, Tarte Shape Tape is the best concealer for me, and I just feel like I needed that, so I needed to put that on my dark circles, but I still used this to highlight, and it really did a really nice job under my eyes highlighting. I put a very little amount of Tarte Shape Tape just for my dark circles, so I feel like that really didn't interfere with the highlighting at all. And the contouring is my favorite part because I love this. I feel like you can contour so well with this because of all the different shades. I get super tan in the summertime, and then sometimes I get a dark contour stick, and then sometimes it's too dark, and then I'm blending, it looks muddy. This just has all these different shades. It blends so nicely with the sponge, very effortlessly, and my skin looks really flawless. This is a great product to have if you're a makeup artist as well. You have 16 different shades, $35. This is honestly a steal. It is very, very similar to the Graftobian. The Graftobian does have more shades though, which I really recommend if you're a makeup artist. It does have more shades. This is a little bit of a smaller version of the Graftobian, but it's just as good, very affordable. My skin looks flawless. Like, my skin actually looks flawless. This is a really, really, really nice foundation. I loved contouring with it. I loved highlighting. And as much product that I applied, because you guys saw I applied a good amount of foundation, I don't look cakey. It looks really, really nice. So now that I kind of played around with it and see kind of what tools worked best with it, I feel like next time I won't need to apply that much, just because I had to keep applying more because the sponge was lifting the foundation. So I feel like next time it's gonna look even better. I'm gonna wear this all day, so make sure you guys look at the description box because I will post how it kind of wears throughout the day. But yeah, that is my final thoughts. I really, really like this foundation palette. Like, I'm not even kidding. I love the contour part too. I love this to contour and highlight. Tomorrow I have to get ready, and I think I'm going to play around with this again because I really like this. That is my final thoughts on the new NYX Pro Foundation Palette. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys did, please give it a thumbs up. And if you guys are not already, please don't forget to subscribe before you go. I will see you all in my next video.
Time for a love potion, a little sweet and spice.